grinder. How's it going, guys? Sunday has arrived. The rain has finally stopped. I've got the car on stands ready to finish off this brake conversion. So I'm currently just doing a fun little bleed nipple transplant because I had to use a fucking bolt extractor to get that one out. You might see these little plastic pieces for the brake pedal button. So basically the plastic bit sits into here. It's got a hole for a 6mm nut, so I've literally just put a 6mm nut and bolt and adjusted this back a bit. So now I just need to plug the sensor back in and my lights will be off. For real, this is the most awkward way of working on. But there we go. Yep, we're good. So another cool little tidbit, and I say cool and I really mean fucking annoying, but kind of cool, about these brakes. See this little nub here in the center of the brake? That has to slot into there. Well, was not aware of that. Just spent like the last 10 minutes trying to figure out why this wouldn't line up after I bled it off the hub. So yeah, I basically just wound it back a little bit so that it lined up straight, and now it's going to bolt up fine. Yeah, cool. So that's one side done. So this is, yeah, how I have to bleed my brakes from now on in the rear. By taking the whole rotor off, bolting it together, and setting up a little gravity bleed setup. Alrighty guys, it is Saturday the next week. Finally got some time to do more on the handbrake because, well, it doesn't do anything currently. The reason it doesn't do anything currently is you can see it's just maxed out. So I'm making an extension bracket to space this back. So this is the plan. I got my angle grinder, I got the bracket, and I have a piece of flat steel. I'm going to weld flat steel to there, and then I'm going to drill the hole so it spaces it back about 5 centimeters. So that way I'll be able to wind up the cable more when it stretches over time without having to fuck with what I've already made. Nice clean edges. Alrighty, so clearly my weld pretty average. That's just the tack weld I did so I could weld the bottom of it cleaner. I want to trim the edges, but for now it's fucking solid and it's going in. And if you don't understand the point, this sits here, retains these here. Now it's going to sit back here, retain them back. Pull this out so I get nice tension. Alrighty, and we are done. I might give it a little paint when I take it out again to fix the hole, but look at this motherfucker. It's holding. It's like wound all the way at the end, so I have plenty of room to adjust it further down the line. I do still need to bleed my brakes. What I did to test whether the handbrake was actually working was, because the brakes are weak as shit right now, so the handbrake won't actually hold, I went down the driveway a little bit to a point where the car would sit sort of just on an angle and not roll. Then I slowly let off the clutch until I heard the brakes creak, and I let down my handbrake and it crawled forward just off the drive of the clutch. So I think we're good. I think once that's bled, that should be driving fucking mint. Just pull it up nice and tight. So at this stage, I've been having issues with my handbrake for about a year now. I mounted my original upright caliper method about September in 2020, and since then the handbrake has not worked to a degree. The entire purpose of me rebuilding this rear disc conversion and using the upside down bleeder method, which is quite annoying for me, was for the hope that this would fix my issues with the handbrake, as plenty of other people are running this setup with no issues, including RT 4-wheel drive Wolf, Josh, who's running 30-inch tires on his CRV with a rear disc conversion and absolutely no issues with his handbrake. This leads me to believe now, having changed the calipers entirely and had them rebled by professionals, that the issue all along has been my handbrake cables. They just don't seem to be working no matter how much I can adjust my handbrake brackets and how tight I can get that cable. Nothing I do seems to lock up the brakes. I've gotten it to the point where I physically cannot pull the handbrake any tighter and the car will just roll as if the handbrake hasn't been touched whatsoever. This is my next step, but for this vlog, I'm pretty much done with the brakes because I'm just fed up. Just gave the old spare wheel a nice respray because it was looking real shitty. Pop that back on the servo, pop the little cap back on. Yeah, I think we're done for the day. I should finally pack this shit up. Oh my god, how much better does that look? Fuck yeah. I've also just gone ahead and... oh no, I've locked my dog in the car. I've just gone ahead and also adjusted this so that the leather is finally inside the knob and not just dangling down here all the time. Only like 2 years late on that one. Alrighty guys, and that is where we're going to end this one. I know I wanted to have the brakes fully done by the end of this video. They pretty much are. Next vlog, I'm going to go ahead and install those rear grab bars. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, maybe subscribe. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, just get out of here. You already know the go. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.